If your house somehow burns to the ground, totally not because of my amazing use of flint and steel, then this fire station is what you need. Hey, what's up, and welcome back to another build tutorial, where today I am going to be showing you how to build your own fire station in Minecraft. And if you do enjoy, please smash that like button. I'd really appreciate that, as it does help me out. But with all that said, let's jump in to the build. Here are all the materials that you will need for this build. And the plot of land you will need is 29 by 45 blocks. So first up, I'm just going to grab myself some red concrete just here. And then starting from this bottom right hand corner just here, I'm just going to go across 21 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then on this 21st block, I'm just going to go across by 1 and then place 1 red concrete just there. And then I'm just going to place 1 more on the left hand side just there. And then I'm just going to extend this behind by another 3 blocks. And then I'm just going to build this up by another 5 blocks. And then just moving around, I'm just going to go across another 17 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then on the 18th and 19th block, I'm just going to place 2 red concrete there. And I'm just going to extend that by 1. And then I'm just going to build this up so it's 6 blocks high in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just building that up. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete just here. And then just from this point here, I'm going to go across 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm also going to grab myself some black stained glass as well. So just grab some of that. And then I'm just going to place another 6 just on top of that. And then moving back to the grey concrete, I'm just going to build this going all the way up just until on the same height as the red wall just here. And that will act as one garage door for our fire station. And then if we just grab ourselves some more red concrete, and then just on this block here, I'm just going to build up another 6. And then I'm also going to grab myself some light grey concrete as well. And then I'm going to go up another 6 just in front of that one. And then on the left hand side, I'm just going to repeat that garage door design. So again, with my grey concrete, I'm going to go across another 6 blocks. And then with some black stained glass, just do another 6 just on top of that. And then just building the rest up with some more grey concrete. And the next up, just moving all the way around. With this, grab our black stained glass, and then just from this point, I'm just going to build all the way across, just until I meet the end, just there. And then I'm just going to build this whole wall up until I'm level with the rest of our building so far. And then once that glass wall has been built up, I'm going to grab myself some grey carpet. And then just on this point, I'm just going to place this going all the way across, just till the end. And then I'm just going to stack this grey carpet just on top of each other 5 times. And then just moving around to the back with some grey concrete, just from this point, I'm going to build all the way across, just until I line up with just the end of that garage door there. So that should be 13 blocks in total. And then I'm just going to build this wall up so it's level. And then once that wall has been built up, moving back to our grey concrete, just using the same process that we did with the large window, I'm just going to place carpet on the bottom here. And then again, I'm just going to stack this on top of each other 5 times. And the next up, I'm now going to grab myself some white concrete. And then just from this point here, I'm going to go across 5 blocks. And then up 1. And then on that block, I'm going to place 1 white concrete just there. And then I'm just going to place another one just next to it. And then I'm just going to extend this going all the way across, just until I'm 1 block out from that wall just there. And then I'm just going to thicken it by another one. And then I'm just going to build this wall up so it's level with everything else. And then just coming back to the front, I'm going to move back to my grey concrete. And then just from this point just here, I'm just going to go across 2. Then I'm going to place 1 grey concrete just there, leaving a gap of 2. Place another one, leave a gap of 2. And then just place 1 final one just on the end there. And rotating around, I'm going to do the same thing just on this side, just there. And then I'm just going to extend all these points up so it's level again with everything else. And then once they've all been extended up, I'm just going to leave another gap of 2. And then with more of this grey concrete, I'm just going to build across just until I'm 2 away from our border here. And then moving to our white concrete, I'm going to place 4 just here. And then I'm just going to build this going all the way across just to connect to that wall. And then I'm just going to build this going all the way up. And then once we've built up that white wall, moving back to our grey concrete, I'm just going to build this wall up again so it's level with everything else. And then once that's done, with some more white concrete, from this point I'm just going to build up another 5 blocks. And I'm just going to thicken that by another 1. And then I'm just going to build this across going all the way along until I reach the end, just over there. And then just before I continue, just on this wall here, I'm just going to destroy just this first layer just here, because then this will allow us to colour our wall. And then I'm just going to replace this with some red concrete. And then with some white concrete, I'm just going to extend this going all the way up. Just so we're levelling off with this big wall just here. And then just with this red wall, I'm just going to build this up another 3 blocks in total. And then just on top of that wall, I'm just going to add some more white concrete just on the top. And then moving back to the grey concrete, just from this point here, I'm going to go up another 3 blocks. And I'm just going to extend each of these points by another 3, along with this wall as well. And then after that, moving to our white concrete again, just from this point here, I'm going to build this going all the way across, just until I'm 1 block out, just there. I'm just going to thicken this by 1 more, just on this side, and then I'm just going to increase this by 1, just on the top. And then just moving around, I'm just going to place another 4 just there, and I'm just going to extend this until I meet up with the wall just on the other side. And then just moving back to our garage area here, so I'm going to grab some more red concrete, and then just from this point, I'm going to build going all the way across, just until I meet with the end, just there. And then from this point, I'm going to build across 3 more blocks just there. And then moving to the white concrete, I'm just going to, from this point, I'm going to go out by another 4. And then I'm just going to build this going all the way along. Until I meet up with the end just there. And then moving back to the red concrete, just from this point I'm going to build across 4 blocks, and then I'm just going to heighten this by 1 more, and then I'm just going to extend this across until I meet with the end of the wall just over there. And And then once that all has been built up, just moving around, just from this point here, I'm going to build a 2x3 little rectangle just there. And then I'm just going to extend this going all the way across, just until I meet the end, just here. And then just moving around, I'm going to build another 2x3 rectangle just there. And then I'm just going to extend this across, just until I meet up with the white wall. And the next up, moving to the light grey concrete here. Firstly, just in between these pillars, I'm just going to place 2 in between these gaps to start with. And then I'm just going to fill this entire grass area with all of this light grey concrete. And then once all this floor has been filled in, with some more light grey concrete, I'm just going to go up by 4, and I'm going to place 1, and then I'm also going to fill in another floor as well, just on this level. So once all the floors have been done, they should look something like this. And then just moving to the garage interior here, I'm going to grab myself some yellow concrete. And then just from this block here, I'm just going to build going all the way across. Just until I'm 4 blocks away from the wall just there. Then I'm just going to leave a gap of 4, and then they're going to build another row, just going towards the garage door. And I'm just going to repeat this for this door as well. So I'm going to leave a gap of 1 and just do the exact same thing on this side. And then just move into this area here. Just on these 2 blocks, I'm going to destroy them. And I'm just going to go up by another 2. And then just going to destroy that all the way through, just for a little doorway just there. And then I'm also going to fill that in with some light grey concrete. And then I'm also going to fill in the rest of this grass area with the rest of our light grey concrete. So it should look something like this. And I'm also going to replace the blocks just underneath these glass blocks as well. So to do that, I'm just going to have to destroy them just temporarily. I'm just going to place all of this light grey concrete just there. And then more black stained glass just back on top just there. And then just moving on to these windows here, let's grab ourselves some more black stained glass, but this time I'm going to get some glass panes. And then just on this point, I'm just going to place 2 and then just build these all up. So I'm just going to fill in each of these windows just here. But for this middle one, this is going to be a doorway, so I'm just going to leave 3 blocks up, and then I'm going to place the glass just there. And then just for the rest of these windows, we're just going to fill these all in. And then for this doorway here, if I just grab myself some white stained glass, and just on the left hand side, I'm just going to place 3 just there. And I'm also going to place another 3 just coming out. And then I'm also going to grab myself a deep slate tile wall. And then I'm just going to destroy the middle block just there, and then place that just there. And the next up, let's grab ourselves some string as well. And then just from this block just here, I'm just going to place all this string going all the way along. Just till here, and then I'm just going to rotate around and then build this going all the way along just until I reach the end of the wall just there. And the next up, I'm just going to grab myself some light grey carpet, and then just on top of the string, I'm going to place all this carpet just all the way along, just on top of the string, just until I reach just the end just there. And then I'm just going to repeat this another 3 more times, just so I'm stacking the carpet on top of each other. And then just moving on to the roof, I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete to start with. And then just on this block just here, I'm just going to place a row of grey concrete. And then I'm just going to build this going all the way along until I reach the end. And then once this roof has been filled with all the concrete, just on this roof, I'm going to use some white concrete for this. And then just one block under the top, I'm just going to build some white concrete going all the way along. And then I'm just going to extend this across until I meet the other side. And then I've got some white stained glass here. And then just from this bottom right corner, I'm going to go across 5 blocks. And then just one more. And then on this third block, I'm going to destroy that one. And then I'm just going to destroy the one next to that. And then 4 more just up the top. I'm just going to fill that with some white stained glass. And then just going along to the other side, I'm just going to leave a gap or 2 from the wall. And then destroy another 2x3 hole there. And then fill that with some more glass. And then I'm just going to leave a gap of 3. And then I'm just going to repeat this window. Just 3 blocks across from each other. Just there. And then I'm also going to grab myself some glowstone. And then just on this block here, I'm going to place one there. And then another one just there. And then just to hide that glowstone, I'm going to add some white carpet just on top. And then moving to our other roof with some more glowstone. From this block here, I'm going to destroy that. Leaving the gap of 2 and destroy that block as well. And I'm just going to leave a gap of 2 in between each of these blocks. So just spacing them equally just until I reach the end just there. And I'm just going to replace all of these with some glowstone. And then to hide that glowstone like we did with the other roof with some grey carpet, just going to place that on top. And then next up, just for the main bit of scenery here, firstly, if I grab myself some smooth stone, and then just where our whole yellow border is, I'm just going to replace that with all of our smooth stone. And then I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete, and then just from this point, I'm going to go down by 6 blocks and then place 1 grey concrete just there. And then I'm just going to extend this across just until I meet with the white wall just there. And plus 1 more. And then I'm just going to leave a gap of 11. And then I'm going to place another 3 just on the end there. And from this point, I'm just going to go all the way around just inside of our smooth stone kind of like border. I'm just going to follow this all the way around just until I meet up with this area just there. And then once I've outlined this area, just from this point here, I'm going to go across 1 more, and then I'm just going to build this going towards the door just there, leaving a gap or 2 and then just building back out just there. Then I'm going to go across another 3 blocks and then another 1, and then I'm just going to build this going towards the door again, leaving another gap or 2 and then just coming back out until I meet up just there. And then with all this area that we've outlined, I'm just going to fill this all with grey concrete. And then with the leftover grass areas, I'm just going to replace that all with some more smooth stone. Also just filling in the areas around the sides and the back as well. And then for a bit of extra detail, if I just grab myself some spruce leaves here, and I'm just going to place 2 just there, and then 4 just in the corner there with 1 on top. And then just on this little section here, I'm just going to go across 2 blocks and place just 5 just there. So now with the main exterior done, we can now move in to the interior. So first up, I'm just going to grab myself some more white concrete, and then just on this point, I'm going to go across 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on that 9th block, I'm going to place 1 white concrete just there, And then I'm just going to build this across another 4 more blocks. And then I'm just going to build this wall all the way up. And then just on the end here, I'm going to build another 4 up on that side. And before we start building, let's get this place lighted up. So let's just grab some glowstone and an iron trapdoor. And before this, firstly, if I just start from this block here, I'm just going to destroy that, leave a gap of 2, and then destroy that block as well. Another gap of 2, so just destroying them, leaving a gap of 2 in between them. And in them, I'm just going to add some glowstone. And then with an iron trapdoor, let's just place 1 just below each glowstone just there. And then just going to this section from this point just here, so this block just there, and destroy that, leaving a gap of 2 and destroying that one as well. And then another row of 2, leaving another gap of 2, and then another final row of 2 just there. Actually, we don't need that light in the corner there, and that'll be for later on. And then in between these gaps, I'm just gonna replace that with some more glowstone and some trapdoors underneath. Firstly, for this entrance area, if I just grab myself some red concrete, and then just from this block just here, I'm just going to build across 5 blocks. And then I'm also going to grab myself some white carpet, and I'm just going to place 3, leaving a gap in between them all. And then I'm also going to grab myself a pressure plate, and then I'm going to place them in between the gaps. And then if we also grab ourselves an iron trapdoor, then what we can do, we can place one of these just on the pressure plates just there. And then if we get a lever, what we can do, we can flip these up, and that'll give us a little laptop design. And then just to finish that off, let's get ourselves a painting, and let's just place 1 on each trapdoor just there. And then I'm also going to grab a smooth stone slab as well. And just on this back wall, I'm going to place 3 rows of 3 just there. And then for a chair design, if I grab myself a quartz slab, I'm going to place 2 of these just in front of each kind of laptop there. And then if we grab ourselves an iron door, I'm just going to place 1 of these behind each slab. And then if we also grab ourselves a red banner, I can also place 1 of them just in front of each door just there. And for a bit of extra decoration, I've got a cauldron. Let's just place 1 there, 1 in the corner, and 1 in that corner as well. And then if we get ourselves some spruce leaves, I'm just going to place 2 spruce leaves on top of each cauldron. And then I'm also going to grab myself a quartz stair. I'm just going to place 2 quartz stairs next to each cauldron just there for a little seating area. And then I'm also going to grab myself some more black stained glass panes. I'm just going to place a row on the right hand side just there. And then next up, moving into this area, this is going to be kind of like the action area where they kind of get everything ready. And we've got the offices here as well. So for this, what I'm going to do firstly, if I grab myself a red shulker box, and then just along here, I'm going to place 3, and then another 2 rows on top. And that's just going to be a little locker section for each of the firefighters. And then I'm just going to leave a gap of 2. And then I'm also going to grab myself a ladder. And I'm just going to place these going all the way up. Just going to destroy a hole. And then place these going all the way up, just to the ceiling just there. And then let's also grab ourselves some quartz slabs. And then leaving another gap of 2, I'm going to place 2 just there. And place another 3 more rows just on top, just there. And then next up, let's get some items hanged on this shelf. And for that, we're going to use some invisible item frames. So for that, let's do /give. And then we're going to do @p. And then item frame. Then let's use a squiggly bracket. And then inside that squiggly bracket, I'm going to do EntityTag. And then we're going to do colon. And then another squiggly. And then invisible. And then I'm going to do colon and then 1b. And then just 2 squigglies on the end there. And that will give us an item frame, which will be invisible. So if we just place that on each of these slabs. And I'm going to grab myself a water bucket. And I'm also going to grab myself a bit of string here. This is just going to be kind of equipment firefighters will use to put out fires. So if we just put some water buckets on the left hand side there and just add our string on the right hand side as well. And the next up for some more desks just here. So for this this is pretty much going to be kind of like the 999 area where the calls are picked up. So for this, what we can do, grab ourselves a quartz stairs and a slab. And for this, I'm going to place one stair there, and then a quartz slab in the middle, and then just another stair just on the end. Then I'm just going to leave a gap of 2, and then repeat that once more. And then I'm going to grab myself a red carpet. I'm just going to place 2 of these just on each desk just there. And then I'm going to get myself a stone pressure plate and place them just on the end. And then with an iron trap door, I'm going to place these just on the back of the stone pressure plates just there. And then with a lever, I'm just going to place one lever just on. I'm just going to place one lever just above, just there, just above each trap door. And then if we grab ourselves a painting, let's just place one painting on top of each trap door just there, in front of each trap door there for our laptops. And then if we get ourselves another quartz slab, we can place one of them just in front of each desk. And let's get ourselves an iron door, and let's place one of them just behind each slab. And then just to finish it off, let's add ourselves a red banner as well. And then next up, I've got a deep slate wall here, and then just on this point, I'm going to go across 4 blocks. And on this 5th block, I'm going to place one deep slate tile wall just there. And I'm just going to build this all the way up to the ceiling. And I'm just going to destroy all the blocks going around it, and including the middle one. I'm just going to build this going all the way to the top. And that's going to be the pole that the firemen slide down in an emergency. And then for a bit of extra decoration, we get ourselves a painting just here. And then if I just kind of block that off so we get a nice square painting. Let's add the fire painting just here. Oh, come on Minecraft, come on. There we are, so that'll give us our fire painting just there for a bit of extra detail. So now with this downstairs area done, let's move up to the living area of the firemen just upstairs here. So firstly, before I start doing anything, let's sort all this glowstone out. So firstly, I'm going to grab myself some light grey carpet, and I'm just going to place this on top of the glowstone just to hide it all. And then just on top here, just cover these with some more trapdoors. So firstly, for the little sleeping area here, firstly, let's grab ourselves some walls. Let's grab ourselves some red and some white wool. And just come into the window here, firstly. On this block, I'm just going to place 2 white wool just there. And then I'm going to place another 4 just coming out. And then I'm just going to mirror that on this side as well. And then I'm just going to leave a gap of 1, and I'm just going to repeat that again. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself some snow, and then I'm just going to place 2 of each, on each of the white wall here, just for a little pillow design just there. And then for a bedside table, I'm just going to grab myself a deep slate tile wall, and I'm just going to place 1 on each side of each bed. And then just on top, I'm going to grab myself a pressure plate, so an iron pressure plate, and I'm just going to place 1 of them on top, just there. And the next up for the kitchen area, so for this, let's grab ourselves a block of quartz, and just from this block, I'm going to place 1 just there, leaving a gap of 2, and then another 1 just there. And in between this gap, let's grab ourselves a cauldron for a little sink. Let's place that. Let's fill that with some water, and let's also get ourselves a tripwire hook for a little tap, and let's just place that just there. And then let's also get ourselves a little smoker here, and let's just place that just there. And then on top of that, let's get an iron trapdoor and just place 1 of them on top. And then on top of each of these quartz blocks, I'm also going to add some grey carpet for a little countertop just there. And then on the end here, if we grab ourselves an iron block, let's place 2 of them just there. And then in front, let's just add ourselves an iron door. And then next up, I'm going to get myself a white shulker box as well. I'm just going to place 1 just there. And let's grab ourselves some stone brick stairs as well. And then let's also get us just a normal stone brick block as well. I'm just going to place 1 stone brick block just there, then 1 stair either side, and then 1 stair just on top, just there. And that'll give us a little kitchen area just there. And then just moving around to the other side, we'll add our little TV section. So firstly, if I just get myself a cauldron, firstly I'm just going to place 1 just there. And then on top of that, let's grab ourselves some more spruce leaves, and let's place 2 just there. And then for our TV, firstly, if I grab myself some smooth stone slabs, I'm just going to place 3 of these along with each other just there. And I'm also going to grab myself some black concrete as well. I'm just going to place a row of 3 just there. And then let's grab ourselves some iron trapdoors as well. And let's just place a row on the top and bottom for a little modern TV just there. And for our sofa design, let's go and grab ourselves some white wool. And then just from this point here, I'm going to go along 4 blocks. And then if we go to our quartz slabs, I'm just going to place some going all the way around that wall block. These wall blocks just here. And that will give us a little modern sofa design. And the next up for the firefighter uniform. So firstly, if we grab ourselves an armor stand just here. And then I'm just going to place 4 armor stands just next to each other. Oh, actually, let's place 1 there instead. And then what I'm going to do for this, we're going to get ourselves some leather armor. Get us a full set of leather armor. And I'm only going to dye the helmet yellow for a kind of fireman's hat. So if we just grab ourselves some yellow dye and a crafting table. And then if we just place that down, and let's add the helmet with our dye to give us our yellow cap just there. And then I'm just going to place all of these on the armor stands. And then finally, for our bathroom area, I'm just going to grab myself some more white concrete. And then from this point, I'm just going to build across 5 blocks, just like this. And then I'm just going to build this going all the way up to the ceiling. I might have to destroy these 2 lights. And then just build that all the way up. And then just grab ourselves some white stained glass. I'm just going to place 4 just on the left hand side, just there for a little door. And if you come inside, I'm also going to place another 4 just here as well. And then after that, let's grab ourselves some iron trapdoors as well. I'm just going to place 2 of these on the floor there. And then if I get some more deep slate tile wall and a deep slate tile slab, I'm going to place 1 wall just there and a slab underneath it for a big shower just there. And then if we also get ourselves a button, we can place 1 just there as well. And that'll give us our shower design. And for a little toilet design, let's get ourselves a hopper. And let's just place just that going into the wall just there. And then trapdoor on top. And then I'm just going to add 1 lever just there for a little toilet. And the next up for finishing touch, I've got some player heads here which are going to act as fire alarms. And if you don't know how to get custom heads, I will show you now.
So if you head over to minecraftheads.com, there are loads of custom heads to choose from. So you just type in what you're searching for. And as you can see, there will be loads of heads you can choose from here. And if you choose your one and then copy one of the commands for the correct version, paste it in a command block and that will give you your head. Happy days.
The link to this head will be in the description so you can get it for yourself. So with this fire alarm, I'm going to place 1 just here, so just above the 2 beds, just there. And I'm also just going to place 1 near the kitchen as well. And then with our living quarters complete, let's just jump down here and let's go into the garage area. And I'm just going to add a few fire extinguishers to this area. So for this, I'm going to grab myself some red concrete, an iron bar, and a lever. And for this, with some red concrete, I'm going to place 3 blocks, leaving a gap or 2 in between each of them. And then with an iron bar, I'm just going to place 1 iron bar on the left hand side. And just on top, I'm going to add a lever, switch to the right, just there, for a little fire extinguisher. Just for some fire extinguishers just there. So with all of the main interior done, we can now move on to building our fire truck. So for the truck, so firstly, I got some black wool here, and firstly, just from this point, I'm going to go across another 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On that 6th block, I'm just going to place 1 black wool just there. And then I'm going to leave a gap at 6, and I'm going to place another black wool just there. And I'm just going to mirror this on the other side. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself some deep slate slabs. So I'm just going to grab myself some polished deep slate slabs here. And then firstly, I'm just going to place 2 slabs just in between each of these wheels. And then I'm just going to extend these out by 2 at the front. And then by another 3 at the back. And then I'm just going to connect these 2 together. And then just from this block here, I'm going to place another 4 slabs just in the middle there. And I'm just going to mirror that on this side as well. And then moving to the front, I'm just going to add 2 slabs to either side on the front bit. And let's come into the back. I'm going to add another 2 slabs just for the back. And the next up, for the second layer, let's grab ourselves some red concrete. And just at the front here, I'm going to place 2 red concrete just either side, just there. And then in the middle, I'm also going to grab myself some black wool and just place 2 of them in the middle as well. And then just moving around, I'm going to grab myself some deep slate, so some polished deep slate stairs. And what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to place 1 stair just in that direction, just there. And then 1 upside down one in the middle. And then another turned one on the right, just there. And then next to that, I'm going to place 1 more red concrete. Then I'm going to leave a gap of 3. Then I'm going to repeat this stair pattern on this wheel as well. Just like this. Then leaving 1 more gap, and I'm going to place 1 more red concrete just there, leaving a gap of 2 there, and then 1 more red concrete on the other side as well. And I'm just going to mirror what I've done on that side on this side again. So another stair just facing sidewards, 1 upside down one, and then another sideways one like that. Again, leaving a gap. And then just doing this 1 more for our last wheel just there. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself some grey wool, and then just from these 2 blocks I'm going to place 2. I'm just going to build this going all the way across just until I meet just there. I'm just going to extend this up by another 2 blocks. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself some shulker boxes, so I'm going to grab myself some grey ones just here, and in this gap I'm just going to place 3 shulker boxes just there, and then 1 more on the end gap, and then just repeating this on the other side as well. And then just moving to the back, I'm also going to grab myself some yellow and red shulker boxes. I'm just going to place 1 yellow one on the left there, and then a red one on the right. And then moving back to the front, I'm going to place another 2 red concrete just either side here, and then 2 black wool just on top. And then just moving around, I'm going to place another 2 red concrete just there, and I might as well do that on the other side as well. And then on this side, I'm going to grab myself an oak gate. I'm going to place 1 just there, but then some red concrete on the other side. And then I'm just going to place another 2 red concrete just further along. And then when I get to here, with some more of these yellow and red shulker boxes, I'm just going to alternate these in a row. Just like this. I'm just going to mirror that on this side as well. And then just on this end, I'm going to place 2 more red concrete. And then this time I'm going to add more shulker boxes, just alternating them just on the back. And next up, I'm going to grab myself a black stained glass pane. And from this point, I'm just going to build this going all the way around. Just like this. And if I grab myself a deep slate tile wall, I'm going to place 1 of these next to each of the panes. And then next up, if I just grab myself a polished deep slate wall, I'm just going to place 1 of these next to each of the panes. And then I'm just going to place 1 more glass pane just next to that. And then red concrete on the end. And another red concrete block just here. And then with some more grey shulker boxes, I'm just going to do another row of 7 just on top of here. Let's do that on the other side as well. And then coming to the back, let's just add 2 more red concrete. And then let's alternate the shulkers again for the back. And then just for the interior here, if we grab ourselves some smooth stone, I'm just going to place 8 of these just for the floor inside just there. And then if we go back to our red concrete, I'm just going to place another row just going all the way around just this front bit. And we're just going to make this join with this point just here. So just these 2 points. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself a mangrove stair and a mangrove slab as well. And I'm just going to place firstly 1 stair just behind this first block. And then with the slabs, I'm just going to place these going all the way around until I meet up with that stair just there. And next up, I'm going to grab myself some stone slabs. And I'm just going to place 8 of these on top of this section here. And then I'm just going to place 3 directly just there. And then for a ladder design, if we grab ourselves some deep slate tile walls, I'm just going to place these just on top in this gap just there for a little ladder design just there. And the next up, if I just grab myself some ladders, and I'm just going to place 4 of these just on the front of all this black wall just there. And the next up, if we also grab ourselves some item frames, then I'm going to place 2 at the front just there, and then another 2 at the back. And then in these back ones, firstly, I'm going to add some redstone to these. So if we get ourselves a redstone block, I'm going to place one of them in each of those item frames. And then if we come back to the front, I'm going to place 2 glowstone in these as well. And then just finally, if we grab ourselves an oak sign, I'm going to place one of these just over each of these item frames. And then I'm just going to place 2 at the back. And then 2 at the front to finish our vehicle off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did enjoy, please smash that like button, as it does help me out that a little bit more. And also, I do have my own Discord, so if you want to join a building community, I'll put all the links to my socials below. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.